For more than 10 years, Marvel films were not just movies. They were cultural events. Fans filled theaters at midnight, cheered during iconic moments, and cried when their favorite heroes made sacrifices. The Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame created a shared experience that united millions of people worldwide. Marvel gave audiences more than superheroes. It gave them hope, excitement, and the feeling of being part of something bigger. But that era is gone. Today, when a new Marvel trailer drops, reactions are weak. Theaters are often half empty, and fans admit they are tired of trying to keep up. The energy, the passion, the sense of community, all of it has disappeared. The reason is clear. Marvel didn't collapse because of one bad film. It collapsed because Disney treated it like a factory, not an art form. By chasing quantity over quality, Disney killed the magic that made Marvel special. The golden age of Marvel began in 2008 with Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. brought Tony Stark to life in a way no one expected, showing a hero who was arrogant but human, flawed but lovable. Soon came Thor and Captain America, each adding their own style: mythology, war drama, sacrifice. Every movie felt unique but still connected, thanks to Marvel's careful world-building and iconic post-credit scenes. By 2012, the Avengers proved a shared universe could work. That shot of the 6 heroes in New York became legendary. Phase 2 gave us hits like The Winter Soldier, which felt like a spy thriller, and Guardians of the Galaxy, which made unknown characters into icons. Civil War split audiences, but in the best way, people truly cared about these heroes. The saga peaked with Infinity War and Endgame. Fans cheered, cried, and left theaters with memories that will last forever. This was Marvel's golden age: patient storytelling, strong characters, and cultural impact unlike anything else. When Endgame ended, Marvel was at its peak. It could have paused, rebuilt, and planned the next saga. Instead, Disney demanded more content, faster than ever. The result was quantity over quality. Eternals tried to introduce 10 new heroes at once, but left audiences cold. Shang-Chi impressed with action, but was quickly forgotten. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness promised endless possibilities, but delivered chaos and empty cameos. Thor: Love and Thunder reduced a once-great hero to a clown. Ant-Man: Quantumania was supposed to set up Kang as the new big villain, but it turned him into a joke. And the Marvels hit rock bottom with the lowest box office in MCU history. What was once a saga of patience and build-up became a list of random side quests. Without a clear direction like Thanos, Phase 4 felt empty. Fans went from asking, "What's next?" to saying, "Why should I care?" When Disney Plus launched, fans were excited. Finally, Marvel stories could continue on TV with the same scale as the movies. At first, it worked. WandaVision felt fresh and experimental. Loki had style and mystery. These shows created buzz online and gave hope that Marvel could succeed outside theaters. But very quickly, the magic turned into exhaustion. Suddenly, there were too many shows: Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, Secret Invasion. Instead of being optional fun, they became homework. If you skipped one, you risked being lost in the next movie. That forced fans to keep up with projects they didn't even enjoy. Worse, most shows lacked strong endings or memorable moments. WandaVision collapsed in its finale. She-Hulk mocked fans, and Secret Invasion was so dull, many didn't finish it. What was meant to expand the universe only weakened it. Disney Plus turned Marvel into a flood of average content, and fans stopped caring. One of Marvel's greatest strengths during its golden age was balance. The films mixed humor, drama, and action in ways that felt natural. The Winter Soldier worked as a political thriller, Civil War gave fans a moral debate, and even the light-hearted Guardians of the Galaxy had emotional weight. The characters were taken seriously, even when the stories were fun. But after Endgame, that balance was lost. The tone of Marvel projects became inconsistent and confused. Thor. Love and Thunder turned a once powerful hero into pure comedy, with jokes undercutting every emotional moment. She-Hulk broke the fourth wall to mock Marvel fans themselves. Even Ant-Man, Quantumania, felt more like a cartoon than a superhero film. Instead of respecting their heroes, Marvel began treating them as jokes. Without identity, the brand feels directionless. Fans no longer know what to expect. Is it parody, drama, or action? That confusion has damaged the entire franchise. Marvel's decline under Disney isn't unique. Other franchises have suffered the same fate, and the comparison makes Marvel's problems even clearer. Take Star Wars. After Disney bought it, the sequels rushed out without a clear plan. Beloved characters were wasted, and fans were divided. The excitement of The Force Awakens quickly turned into disappointment by the rise of Skywalker. Marvel is now repeating the same cycle. Big names, poor planning, and audiences losing trust. DC, on the other hand, fails often, but at least dares to take risks. Joker was a dark, standalone drama that won an Oscar. The Batman gave us a detective noir story, not a formulaic superhero flick. Even with mistakes, DC sometimes delivers bold, memorable work. Look at Harry Potter. The Fantastic Beasts spin-offs collapsed, but the original saga remains respected. Even Lord of the Rings with Amazon's Rings of Power tried to aim high, though reactions were mixed. Marvel feels different, not ambitious, just lazy and safe. At Marvel's peak, the fan experience was unforgettable. People waited all night for tickets, packed theaters at midnight, and recorded their reactions to trailers and big moments. Online spaces exploded with theories after every post-credit scene. Infinity War and Endgame weren't just films, they were global events. Strangers cheered together when Captain America lifted Mjolnir and cried together when Iron Man sacrificed himself. Marvel created a shared culture that united fans across the world. Now, the experience feels completely different. A new trailer drops, and many fans don't even watch it right away. Theaters are no longer sold out, and the few who do go often leave without the same excitement. Instead of endless fan theories, social media is filled with complaints or indifference. Hardcore Marvel supporters admit they're burned out. The passion that once made Marvel special has faded. The difference between then and now is simple. Fans used to feel part of history, but today, they just feel tired. At the heart of Marvel's decline is one word: greed. Disney doesn't view Marvel as storytelling, it views it as a product line. Instead of giving writers and directors time to build strong arcs, Disney pushed for constant output. Movies and shows had to meet deadlines, not artistic standards. The result? Scripts that felt half-finished, plots that collapsed, and heroes reduced to marketing tools. Behind the scenes, directors have spoken about sudden rewrites, while visual effects teams reported exhausting schedules and impossible workloads. Fans noticed the cracks: CGI that looked rushed, stories that felt shallow, and characters who lost their depth. Iron Man is no longer remembered as a man who grew from selfishness to sacrifice. He's remembered as a logo on lunchboxes. Thor stopped being a god of thunder and became comic relief. Disney's obsession with profit over passion drained Marvel of its soul. What was once an epic saga is now just another brand on a corporate calendar. Marvel is not beyond saving, but its future depends on choices Disney makes now. One path is the same cycle we've seen since Endgame: endless shows, rushed movies, and shallow scripts. If Disney keeps chasing quantity, Marvel will continue to lose fans until only casual viewers remain. The brand might survive, but the soul of the universe will be gone forever. The other path is slower and harder, but possible. Disney could reduce output, focus on fewer projects, and rebuild trust. That means giving directors freedom, giving writers time, and respecting characters again. Audiences want arcs as meaningful as Tony Stark's journey, or villains as powerful as Thanos. They want moments that feel like history, not filler episodes. If Disney chooses patience over profit, Marvel might recover. But if greed wins, then the Marvel we once loved will stay dead, remembered not for its future, but for the golden age it already left behind. Marvel once stood as the greatest cinematic universe ever created. It built stories with patience, respected its heroes, and delivered unforgettable moments that brought fans together worldwide. But that era has ended. Today, Marvel feels like a shadow of its former self, a factory of rushed projects with little purpose. The cause is clear: Disney's obsession with profit. By choosing constant output over meaningful storytelling, they drained the magic that made Marvel unique. Fans no longer wait with excitement for trailers or pack theaters on opening night. Instead, they feel tired, overwhelmed, or indifferent. Marvel is dead, not because of a single weak movie, but because Disney turned it into a brand instead of a saga. Unless something changes, the Golden Age will remain a memory. Yet fans will never forget what it once was: a decade of shared joy, passion, and unity. The question is not what Marvel is today, it's whether it can ever live again.